Welcome to Astral Minds. Look at that beautiful background. The sun's out, California, and it's a good day to talk about astral projection. I want to talk about the first time that I astral projected using a method to do it. And this one happened to be directly inducing. I don't know the name for it. I'm pretty sure it's called self-induced method or some shit. But basically you lay on your back with the intention to astral project, and you allow your body to relax, and you're basically meditating until your body falls asleep, which is what I was doing. And I just remember being passive, to my thoughts, to how I was feeling about laying there and being uncomfortable, whatever. Like, I ignored it, basically. It would just pop up, and I would not think anything about it, and just keep thinking about nothingness or emptiness, and my mind would go quiet. And then the thoughts started to manifest as in like sounds or pictures, just like real quick. Like, I'm sure when you think of something, you might get a picture memory or a smell or whatever. Same thing, but it was like more vivid. When that started happening, all of a sudden the feeling in my legs kind of started to go away kind of rapidly. And it kind of felt like I was sinking into, or my legs were sinking into quicksand, but I was laying on the sand next to it or whatever. I don't know. And it started to move up my body until it got to my head, which eventually my whole body was numb. And I felt like I was just a head laying there. And when this happened, all of a sudden, I started to feel like I was sliding backwards. But not in my physical body. But I was sliding backwards, and I could see, as I'm staring, like I was really on my back, and I was seeing stars move by as I was sliding backwards. And I started to realize that I wasn't staring into the dark corner. It's like going from when you're looking behind your eyelids or whatever, when you're, about to go to sleep. It's like being real close to the dark corner of a room and staring at it. And then when this happened, it felt like I was moved back from that corner into the middle of the room, and the room happened to be the size of the universe. That's a little deep, but that's what it felt like, and that's what I was basically seeing. But it was still total darkness, and I could just see stars. But the stars were closer than they are here on Earth, so they looked a little bigger. They didn't look like distant flickering lights. They looked like stars, almost diamond shaped, but more elongated. Anyway, I was sliding back, and so I remember I was like, I gotta see something. I'm out. I feel like I'm out already, but obviously I'm not on Earth right now. So I thought maybe Earth is right beneath me, and I need to turn around. So I kept turning around, like this. And I couldn't see anything but stars. So it kind of made me start freaking out a little bit. And I just remember wanting to see Earth bad enough that all of a sudden I felt myself moving forward. But this time I felt like I was standing up, but I was moving forward fast, like I was flying, like Superman. But not the Superman position with the fist up, the whole flying thing. But I was moving, but I was standing still. It's weird. And all of a sudden, I'm moving really fast, and the stars are, streaks of light, because I can see that I'm moving hella fast. And then boom, right in front of me is Earth. I had willed myself to look at Earth from the outside, and Earth was right there. And it was so real, so realistic. And I could see the moon, and I could see the other planets in the distance behind Earth in my view. And I looked around, and everything was still and quiet. And this was like so surreal to me, because I had been trying a few times to do it, to astral project by laying on my back, and it didn't really get me anywhere but being annoyed and losing sleep. And I had finally reached where I wanted to go, and it was validation for me that astral projection can be self-induced. And it's not just some random thing that, oh, you were asleep and you wake up and you're hallucinating, or not. That's not at all what it is. But I want I'm sharing this so that if it happens, and when it happens for you and you feel the same way, or you may see or experience anything similar, then you would know for yourself that I've actually been through it as well. And on this particular incident, when I had seen the planet and I was becoming excited, all of a sudden, boom, I'm back in my body. And I was like, but I was wide awake when I went back to my body, okay? And my feeling in my body had just started to come back. But I was wide awake, and I still had my memory of what happened. So I wrote it down. And even after I wrote it down, I was able to recall it in my memory. So I'm fortunate for that. But yeah, it was one of the experiences, my early on experiences, doing it, that made me want to keep doing it, and made me excited about going to sleep. If you want to be in the same kind of state where you're able to do it, or you want to experience it, you just have to keep trying, and you have to stay positive. Trust me, I know that's hard to do, but you have to stay positive, or you're not going to achieve it. But anyway, yeah, that was my first experience with one of my first experiences with the self-induced method. And I think my next video I'm going to share another method that I used, and share one of the creepier stories that happened to me while astral projecting. But that's all. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.